amigos, today I have another video for you, and this time I'm going to be doing Portuguese sweets. I lived in Lisbon, which is the capital of Portugal, for about 3 years. If you're in Barcelona and you're interested in Portuguese things, I will leave the information in my description box. And let's get started. The first thing I have here is the infamous Pastel de Nata, which is probably the single most famous Portuguese food thing eaten around the world. They're often mistakenly called pastéis de Belém because the originals were created and are still made in Belém in Lisbon. But only the ones that come from that shop are actual pastéis de Belém. The rest are just pastéis de nata. Nata in Portuguese means cream. So these are little egg cream tarts. And if egg tart sounds familiar to you, yes, the version that comes from Hong Kong and is popular throughout Asia was in fact inspired by the Portuguese pastel de nata, which was popularized in Macau and then spread to Hong Kong from there. Normally they are pretty crispy on the outside and have a nice custardy filling, and this is no exception. In Portugal, these are usually combined with a coffee. You get them for like a couple of euros. They're often served with cinnamon and sometimes powdered sugar to put on top. I like them with or without, so let's give it a try. This has all of the crispy, flaky pastry outside with the custard inside that I like, but you can actually taste the little touch of cinnamon that's baked into them, so this is pretty good. The next thing I have is Salami de chocolate, which literally translates to chocolate salami, and it's pretty simple. It's basically just a base of condensed chocolate and some biscuits. It's another one of those kind of sweets that you get with a coffee for real cheap if you're in Portugal. Let's give it a try. The chocolate salami has a really nice, dense, but smooth texture to it, and you can really taste the creamy chocolate to it. But the biscuits add a little bit of a texture to it, and it's called chocolate salami because it looks a lot like a salami because of the biscuit. This, like I said, is one of my favorites. I always used to get it with my coffees, not the least of which being because it's quite cheap. The next thing I have is a queijada de maracujá. Queijadas are little Portuguese cheese cakes. They're not cheesecake, but they are made with a base of cheese, which is where they get their name. The word for cheese in Portuguese is queijo. This one is passion fruit flavor, so let's give it a try. This is better than some of the queijadas that I used to get in Portugal, in fact. There's a strong flavor of passion fruit, but it's not artificial. And the queijada itself is very smooth and creamy. You can tell it has a nice custardy base to it, but it still has the texture of a little cake. So this is really, really good. And the next one I have is a caramel flavored queijada. This is the same thing, but it's caramel flavored, so let's go ahead and just try it. The interesting thing about this one is that it has the same kind of a texture, but the flavor is very different. Obviously, the flavors are meant to be different, and this one doesn't have any fruit essence in it. As you can see, this has kind of a brulee kind of top to it. And you can really taste the caramelized sugar, but it also really has more of a custard kind of a flavor to it. It's really nice and really soft. Portugal is actually home to a gigantic number of sweets, and you should absolutely try a whole bunch of them if you go there. They are kind of Portugal's hidden secret. To wash all that down, I have Portugal's national soft drink, which is Sumol. Sumol is a lightly carbonated fruit soda, and all of their flavors are kind of summery and sprightly. This one is pineapple, but you can also get it in orange and lemon and passion fruit. I happen to really like the pineapple one. So it has a very light fizz, it's very lightly carbonated, and it looks more like a juice than a soda. It's got a really refreshing, sparkly pineapple taste to it. It doesn't taste overly artificial the way that a lot of pineapple flavored things do. You can tell that the base of this drink is in fact pineapple juice and not just artificial pineapple flavoring, which is one of the reasons why I like it so much. And that's all I've got for my taste of Portuguese sweets for this time. If you would like to see me do more, make sure to like my video and think about subscribing if you're not already. I also have a podcast that comes out every Monday on iTunes called Bottom of the Mainstream, where you can hear me talk about LGBT things. And I will see you next time.